Let us open up our resume. Let's do it. Okay, so I think we now have Garrus and Rex on our team. Oh yeah, I can probably get rid of this. There we go. Garrus and Rex on my team, and what are my quests? I think we're set, right? We got to go to different systems to do different things now. Oh, let's do it. How do we get to our ship? I find the Citadel very confusing. Goes to the Presidium, to the docking bay. Here we go. Let's see if I can hit the button and then move a bit before.
News, Exogenic is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
It's really the work of an optimist to name a system after Satan.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the
Mr.
Normandy.
Anderson.
The ship is
I just
yours.
realized I've got night mode on my computer. It's like, why is everything a little bit orange?
Quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship
Fuck,
for
I should have left it on. Jesus.
Treat her well, Commander.
Fluffy Bunny, how you doing? Treat her well.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
Thanks, Turtles. Is good? Excellent, excellent. So, why?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
The fact that nuclear war is looming? Yeah, you know. That's always a thing.
Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard.
It's dark times.
They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
Yeah, you should have told me. I had to learn this from other people.
I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it. I failed.
That's literally how you would say that.
Something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you
don't
need
have to be
know
proud of
is
something
I
to
was
tell
sent on a
someone that it
mission with
happened.
Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Oh, you can count on me.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The Conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Sweet, sweet water.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria.
Yeah, I've
Maybe
been
you can figure out where the Conduit is before he does.
I've been reading a lot
of
news. My Twitter
I'm with the Council on this one,
is
Shepard.
all
I'm not sure they even exist.
for the most part.
But if they do exist,
A lot of streamers.
the Conduit's the key to bringing them back.
Also a lot of journalists.
Stop Saren from
I
getting
follow
the Conduit,
a lot
and we
of
stop the Reapers from returning.
wartime journalists, especially. I mostly found them through following Robert Evans, who does the Behind the Bastards podcast. And then next thing I knew, I just found all these other amazing journalists that he would retweet or you know, like tweets of or whatever. And so now all of a sudden, I've just got all these wartime correspondents, a lot of whom are in or have been in the Ukraine. And so I've got lots of just lots and lots of information coming at me from there. So it's kind of crazy.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead.
No, I haven't
Benezia, the other
actually
voice in
listened
that
to
recording.
anything
She
Putin has
is a
said. I've just
daughter, a
been
scientist who
looking at
specializes in
like
the Protheans. We don't know if
news,
she's involved, but it
like
might
the
be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows.
Kiev
Name's
Independent.
Dr. Liara Tassoni.
is
we have reports she was exploring
Ukrainian news source that's been tweeting probably 4 or 5 times an hour with updates as to what's going on. So I've been watching those to see sort of what's been going on.
The colonists on Feros might still be alive.
But I don't know. The stuff that Putin says doesn't really matter at all. Like that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. I feel.
As a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
I thought I had this conversation already.
Remember,
I think what happened. Oh yeah. The game crashed. I hope it doesn't regularly crash. That'll be a real problem.
Answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly,
what he says matters a lot.
My career coming to an end.
To a certain degree.
Pushing papers really
I think the things he does are the most important, right? Just like any
if that means
world leader in general, but especially one that, you know, is the type of individual that Putin is, right? Like an actual assassin warlord, basically.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
I don't think that the things that he says really have as much to do with anything as the things that he does, actions that are being taken.
Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve...
The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back
out.
I
think...
Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive
I checked out a little bit after, I think it was yesterday or something.
But I think Saren detonated it.
One of the tweets I saw was of a kindergarten that had been bombed.
Tore the refinery to shreds. The whole
and
place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere.
I don't know, the place itself really reminded me of the daycare that my daughter's in, and it just I just was like, you know, I gotta unplug a little bit from this. It just made me feel sick to my stomach.
Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the
Saren was already kind of a shitty dude.
Chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start.
Yeah, it's a losing situation.
I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped.
People usually telegraph their actions. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Like, you know, listening to his.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't.
His threats.
I blame Saren.
Like,
I think he wanted things to go.
There's stuff to be gleaned, I guess.
He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you?
I had a bad feeling about him right from
I don't want to
start.
say forget about
Maybe
the past, but this is going in a big circle.
I had a bad feeling about him right from. Maybe he just likes.
I mean, I guess I just gotta tell him it doesn't matter.
It's no good living in the past.
Any?
The colony tried.
How are you holding?
But you're the one who can stop Saren. Might not be easy. Watch your back there, Shepard. The plan was simple. You're right.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need me.
Conversational loops are a little annoying. Right, I remember there was a little spot where I could inspect my own ship for some reason. Oh, and the thrusters. Cool. Are conversational loops annoying? Because I feel like conversations should come to an end. They should terminate in a logical way. It would be nice if, you know, you didn't have it like loop around indefinitely if you choose sort of an inquisitive option, you know. Should either open up more branches of dialogue or just sort of be like, okay, now I've learned that thing.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say...
Not everyone's behind me.
Now's
Joker's currently sort of in front and to the side a little. I'll be honest.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long,
we'll just keep doing the top sort of Paragon-ish option.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other
it looked like she took her finger off of like the button that's transmitting, and so I was like, "Well, you just talking to yourself now? What the fuck?"
Stop him.
But I guess it's just
well said,
broadcast
Commander.
channel is just
Captain
open.
will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. I'm going to save a little bit more often because I don't quite recall where the game crashed last time. But it was before I made it to another autosave past this point, so... There's just weird little fucking things to interact with all over the place. I don't want to miss any of them. Go talk with some folks. Navigator?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Whoa!
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
You dealt me, motherfucker?
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Yeah.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our...
Weird how many people are xenophobic
in
the distant future.
We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are...
I mean, literally racist. They are a different...
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking.
Race of creatures.
But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Like in the D&D sense. Hey, Keegan. I know someone who isn't playing shit in Ring.
How did you end up
very clever twisting of the name. How you doing, Keegan? What's shaking, man?
Right out of school.
Yeah, I'll play it at some point for sure, but I'm just avoiding seeing any gameplay while I keep on the games that I've been wanting to get through.
Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right.
Wait as long as you can.
Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Well, right now, I have the Outer Worlds, the entire Mass Effect trilogy, and Doom Eternal on my like short list. So those are the things I'm going to be playing before I get to anything else. So it'll be a minute for sure. Right now, for what I've seen of Elden Ring, it's disappointing. That's wild. Yeah, I haven't heard a single bad thing about it. All the people I know who've been playing it are like super addicted and just loving it. Zero FPS, literally? Literally?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted
Way
right
too
out
easy
of
compared
med
to
school.
Sekiro.
Earth always seemed
FromSoft's
boring.
pandering to the noobs.
Too safe.
Boring as
too
fuck.
secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure.
Well, it's a
I
shame.
wanted to,
Shame to hear,
humanity needs the Alliance. But there's something
you know,
special
negative
about
stuff about the game.
tends to keep to himself.
I,
Well, most biotics, severe mental disabilities.
I mean, I'm still looking
Goodbye,
forward to it
Commander.
either way. I think that, I, have played, like, what, 70, 80 games or something like that in the, almost 3 years that I've been streaming, and of all of those games, I think there was one that I didn't enjoy. So I'm pretty happy to just play games. I'm not particularly judgmental of games, so I suspect that I will probably enjoy the game regardless. I'm not too worried about that. Oh man. Pardon me. Sucks that I can't really hit a cough button while I've got a controller. I'm just sort of recovering from COVID right now. Yo, Huey the Bull, how's it going? I see you got a little name change going on. I don't know if you know the thing for if you want to bring your channel points to your new account, you should use the !rename command. Like !rename Lord Humanity, and then it'll transfer over all of your data. The game will literally freeze on a frame for over seconds at a time. Just Dark Souls 4 with a horse. See, already I didn't even know there was a horse. Like I know literally nothing about it. I've seen literally nothing. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's fine. You just expected more. That's too bad. Yeah. Transferring over all the rocks you've got. Mediocre. It's always been known for difficult games, and it's too easy if you ask me. Playing some Elden Ring, got it yesterday. You're all right. Awesome. How are you liking it so far? What are your thoughts on it? Spoiler free if possible. You just SME with FromSoft games? SME? I'm not familiar with that term. Loving Elden Ring so far, aside from some graphical bugs and minor performance issues on PC. Don't really have much to say about it. Cool. Elder Scrolls loops you back to the entrance when you're done with the cave. With most of them. Subject matter expert, gotcha. Like knowing about all the mechanics and stuff. I feel like most people who have played through all the Souls games, even once, from start to finish, are basically experts on the games. Like there's not that much to know outside of those things, mechanically speaking.
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. And we were on the scene faster than Commander.
Right, I can't really glean much more from him. X hours to where the games will feel easier. Yeah, I definitely felt so when I played Sekiro, I felt like the game was a lot easier because of the fact that I'd played the previous games.
Well, I can
yo, Sir Crab coming in with a big old raid.
Where the hell's our race? Let's go.
Welcome on in.
That was very, if y'all want to clip that, go ahead. That was incredible.
What game that is. I'm guessing that's like a racing. Oh, is that the new Need for Speed that everyone was super into? I'm guessing that's what that was. Crab Raid. Welcome in, Sir Crab. Nice. I dig the little crab. That's a really adorable little emote. How's it going? Yeah, welcome. Matthias Rye, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Navi. I like it.
Hey, listen.
We got a thing for that. Welcome in. I've got a little command for those folks who are new to the stream. Just in case I forget to mention, you know, I'm one of them variety streamers you hear so much about. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. What an amazing emote. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, it translates to pixel art so well too. Damn, that's really nice. Yo, thank you for the follow as well, Matthias. I hope I pronounced that right. Yeah, welcome. We were just chatting about Elden Ring a little bit. I haven't played it, so let's try and stay spoiler free if possible. Sounds like there's a few folks who are saying it doesn't run super well. I don't know anything about it. I didn't watch any gameplay. I haven't watched any trailers or anything. I have played through all the Dark Souls games, so I'll probably play it at some point. So yeah, we were just sort of talking about Soulsborne games at the moment. I see you were rocking some Mass Effect, the game I'm playing. That it's always the hardest name to remember. Is that how you discovered my stream? That's an older clip. Yeah, Need for Speed. Nice. Yeah, welcome on in, y'all. Yeah, difficulty is very, very subjective. And yes, you did. Awesome. Happy to hear that. Loved the GIF. Just had to. That's how we pronounce it around here. Hard pause, straight into the microphone, hard G. GIF. Love that follow note. Thank you. Appreciate that. I heard it doesn't run well on PC, but I'm hoping to play it with my partner. Yeah, that'd be sick. Played Dark Souls for a total of 5 minutes. Never again. Oh no. Yeah, that was so my first time ever playing Dark Souls. It was kind of the same thing. I played it for probably 2, maybe 3 hours, and then was like, fuck this. I'm never like, no. This game is terrible. It's like way too hard. It doesn't need to be this hard. Fuck this. And then finally, one of my coworkers convinced me to play it a little bit more. Like a year later or whatever, he was like, hey, have you ever played Dark Souls? And I was like, yeah, I kind of tried it. He's like, okay, trust me, just like play it maybe twice as long as you tried before. And we talked about games all the time. I knew he had good taste in games. I was like, oh fuck, all right, I'll give it one more shot. And then I just kind of like pushed on far enough that something clicked, and it was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, just inject this into my veins, please. So yeah, I'm pretty hooked on them. First time Mass Effect player. Oh, nice. I'm glad you like it. Unfortunately, I gotta turn in, got work early. Hope you guys have a great night. Yeah, cheers. Well, hopefully we'll see you again sometime. Unfortunately, I am over on the West Coast, and I usually don't start streaming until about 8 p.m. my time, which is like 11 o'clock East Coast. So it is a little bit going into the DGen hours. So I do appreciate the follow, and I don't mind if you don't make it to many streams. I know it's quite late for a lot of folks. Yeah, but I appreciate you riding in on the raid, and I appreciate the follow as well. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Yeah, we usually have song requests going on. I didn't have them on for Mass Effect simply because I thought maybe having the music in game would be good. The music is pretty, I don't know, backgroundy though, so I'm not I'm open to the idea of doing song requests. We usually have them on. I've got my computer set up in such a way that I don't really have to worry so much about the DMCA.
Hey, Commander. Tally.
But we're basically just starting out the first of the Mass Effect games. So y'all like Mass Effect, this is going to be going on for quite a while. Imagine dropping Dark Souls, indeed. Your Central's at 10 p.m. Sometimes I'm up that late. Yeah, we've so my wife and I have a basically 3-year-old. She'll be 3 in a couple of weeks. And so I stream after I get her to bed every night. So that's when my streams begin, which means that since she was just a little potato, my streams have been starting later and later and later. But, you know, that's just how it is. Don't get why FromSoft doesn't add PlayStation icons on PC. It's annoying to use a PS4 controller and have the icons be of Xbox, but I'm sure someone will mod it in eventually. That is odd. That is odd. I mean, I imagine that's because PlayStation controllers aren't natively, like, compatible with a PC. Don't you have to use a piece of software for a PlayStation controller to work on a PC? So it might just be because of that extra intermediary. Huge sci-fi lover all around. This is right up my alley. I'd definitely be, again, that's sort of the time. Mountain Time. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm also a massive fan of sci-fi stuff. Cyberpunk content in particular, like Shadowrun, stuff like that. So but yeah, sci-fi in general, you know, big fan of like Star Trek and stuff like that. Thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. And obviously for the raid. Much appreciated. I love that my icon on the screen is Link. Nice. Yeah, that's lucky. You can also change that as well. Pardon me. Gosh. So I haven't streamed for the last week because my wife and little 3-year-old unfortunately got COVID. So we have been really under the weather. I had like a fever for almost 24 hours. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting back into streaming, so I'm still a little bit congested. So I apologize for that. The avatars, you can change which avatar you use. There's like a handful of free ones, and then a bunch of them cost not a lot of rocks, which are my a channel currency that is accrued in the same way that channel points are, that Twitch has added to channels. But I was using this channel currency before Twitch added their thing, so now I've got these 2 separate currencies. It's kind of confusing, but they're both free, so you'll just get rocks from hanging out, and there's all kinds of different avatars that you can unlock. You just got the ship, right? Yeah, I literally just got the ship. Yeah, exactly. How can you say Mass Effect OST is more memorable than Hollow Knight? Yeah, Kermit the Frog here. Thank you, Hungy, for the redemption. I appreciate that. I wouldn't say that the soundtrack to this game is more memorable than Hollow Knight, but you know, I figure anytime that I start a new game, I usually try and leave the in-game music on for at least a few streams, you know, see if there's any real bangers, and if not, then we mute it and throw on the song requests. Are you playing Hollow Knight with the damn music off? I had the music on Hollow Knight. But yeah, I don't really remember it all that well. Have a good night. You're a great dad. Good dad, Chief. Oh, well, thank you for that. You off for the night then? Appreciate you stopping by. Oh my gosh. Ready to catch up. Catch up on chat here. The end credits song for Mass Effect's amazing. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You know, one song to check out. Steam supports PS4 controllers. Okay. If you have Steam auto detects a PS4 controller. That's interesting. Cool. Well, that's good. Pardon me. I guess it's... yeah, I mean, if it's compatible with Steam, that isn't really quite the same thing. So I don't know, I could see how it would be like maybe an extra step to have it detect which controller you were using. Maybe Steam kind of tells games essentially that it is just like a controller. I don't know. I can't think of why that would be, but I suspect that there's probably at least a minor reason, right? But yeah, I don't really know. I don't use a PlayStation controller on my PC. Unless you count Steam as third-party software. Well, it is obviously, but it's major software. It even supports the PS5's DualSense features. Ooh, very excited. Is it just my screen or is my avatar invisible? So, unfortunately, a lot of the avatars aren't invisible, but the name tags are offset to the right a huge chunk. It's really annoying. So none of them are invisible, but yeah, the name tag is just like way off to the right. So like Dragon Snooze, you're, you know, that dog from, I believe King from Mother 3. And yeah, it's just like a couple inches off to the left of where your name tag is. They play the same loops a whole lot. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Wish I could get into Hollow Knight. Glad I managed to try it out on Game Pass to find it wasn't for me. I could see that. I could see that. Metroidvanias, I could definitely see. There's definitely parts of the game where I was kind of like, ugh, I'm struggling to like keep in it. Fortunately, because I streamed it, I did have some people kind of backseating, which helped. Yo, Senator J-Butts rolling in with a big old raid. How you doing, man? Oh yeah, take it off. Damn, just getting a striptease up in here. Just afraid of how you said you didn't remember Hollow Knight's music. Unmemorable. Yeah, it didn't really stand out in my brain. Got accepted to Team Hitless. I am not familiar with Team Hitless. A lot of other games auto-detect the PS4 controller and changes the icons appropriately. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. So I guess, yeah, it's the thing they dropped the ball on. I am unfamiliar. How's it going, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I apologize for my congested noises. My, voice maybe being a little bit different than usual. Still on the mend. Imagine getting lost. For me, it was mostly because I found the game pretty boring. I dislike 2D platformers in general. Yeah, I would say if you dislike a 2D platformer, then one that takes a long time to get through, probably not going to be super up your alley. How goes the Mass Effect? Well, we have gotten through probably like a dozen lines of dialogue in the almost 40 minutes that I've been streaming. So, you know, pretty good so far. Got about 4 hours in before you put it down. Yeah, I can see that. That's a good chunk of time to see if you like, you know, kind of the concept of a game at least. Fun to watch, not hyped about trying to play though. I could see that. I kind of avoided Metroidvanias for quite a while, simply because and even after playing like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Metroid Prime, Hollow Knight, I mean, I played like a lot of really, really good Metroidvanias. I'm not super wild about the like sort of Metroidvania mechanic of having to like retraverse the same area a number of times. I do kind of like when games keep introducing you to new stuff constantly. But it's, you know, if the gameplay is good enough, then it'll definitely hold my attention for sure. Jeannie, how you doing? Yeah, what is shaking, by the way? How was the rest of your stream, Senator? How's your night been? What is happening? How is everybody doing this Sunday? I haven't been live in like a week. I miss y'all. I wasn't having fun for those 5 hours, so I'd put it down. Yeah. That's in literally every video game. Don't play Doom 1993. I don't plan to. I know. It's definitely not in literally every video game. That's crazy. Had fun in the original Doom instantly. Nice. Yeah, the original Doom was like really action-packed. That's for sure. Psychotic Yoshi, how are you this evening? What is happening? Don't need to be so aggressive, Keegan. It's all good. It's all good. I know you're passionate about the games you like.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll
nice.
know more about our engines.
Well, Tally's fitting in already.
She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Yeah, she's
I figured
useful.
she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I came to apparently ask about the stealth system.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. unless you find a way
Heat
to
and
capture
radiation.
those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space.
I could see that being a thing.
Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Every joint in my body is still really sore. That's the part that I'm most sort of annoyed at. Apparently that's a thing with COVID, is you end up like the sort of muscle fatigue and soreness and stuff like that is kind of worse than with more conventional flu, but it's it's not a thing I'm really enjoying.
Everything from dreadnoughts,
sci-fi power reactor mumbo jumbo. You know, the power reactor does a thing, and of course we can mask that, and that's just how everything works in the future.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably.
I mean, the whole thing of, you know,
she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive.
The
what's so special
faster than light stuff is pretty sci-fi to begin with.
About twice the size of any other vessel.
Doom and Quake and Duke Nukem were literally all about backtracking. Yeah, totally. Yeah, lots and lots of. I mean, those like a lot of
Carry on, Adams.
Classic games had you traversing the same areas a lot.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before.
Certainly doesn't make them bad games. I think a lot of that also has to do with like memory limitations as well.
I'm starting to understand
every new
so successful.
Like asset you add and every new song especially that you add, it all chews up a lot of very finite information.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla.
Yeah, find the keys, get ambushed, lock the door, proceed.
I'm on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
Teams run around, shoot everything, maybe make progress, pretty much. Yeah, I never really got into those games. I didn't mind Duke Nukem back in the day, but there wasn't much, right? There were so few games that even existed, so I was just excited to play games.
But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment.
But I would say that my favorite games of all time, I don't think there's really any Metroidvanias on the list.
I can't believe your fleet.
I'd say most of my favorite games either have really, really good stories or are just like big old, huge open world playgrounds. Those are kind of my favorite things to play through usually. That said, I mean, like I say, I've played a bunch of really, really great Metroidvanias and I enjoyed the crap out of them. But as a genre, it isn't my like go-to. Thoroughly enjoyed Super Metroid though. Yeah, I know that one's still in my backlog as well. It's up there.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do.
I like the idea that there's like a species. Wow, that's so few.
My people are strong.
There's just like a race that lives in like a. I guess the flotilla is like a bunch of spaceships. And like part of their coming of age thing is they have to like go out and find something useful to bring back so that they don't just stagnate, you know? They've got to like improve the quality of their lives through their culture, basically. I think it's a really cool concept. Nomads, interstellar nomads. Which is wild. You'd think there'd be planets you could, you know,
incentives are even offered
inhabit.
To encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government.
Civilian branch
can elect
of government.
A representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet.
Every ship gets a representative.
On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say.
I'm guessing all of these ships probably house like hundreds of people?
When the fleet was governed
or dozens at least?
Fortunately, most captains
if their people number 17 million, I'm guessing there's not a lot of ships that are just like a small family. They used to inhabit planets?
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once.
Whoa, that's crazy. If they veto, then they all get fired automatically? That's a fucking... What an additional feature to add to... Like, if you're gonna take emergency control away from a government, then by doing so, your reason has to be so, like, heavy that in doing so, you also resign. That's a really good stopgap. I like it. They live on most planets because they have crap immune systems.
I doubt I can tell you anything.
Yeah, I guess their ships are probably designed in such a way that they're like...
3 centuries since they
don't have to worry too much.
Into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Get them vaccines? Vaccines from what? Just existence? Existence outside their suits?
Originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI.
Get a bunch of manual labor robots.
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming.
Improved them here and there.
For more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Isn't that illegal?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we
had to keep making them more and more clever.
The neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Oh.
So the Geth share brain power?
The original planet had very few microorganisms, and being in space didn't help them none.
In concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
Sensory data or information.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Wild. That's, I don't know. that is very much sounding like true AI. Constantly living in hazmat suits. Yeah, their hazmat suits do look awesome. This, one of the mods that I'm using, one of the 100 mods I have for the Mass Effect trilogy, is this, a Tali visual overhaul that brings her more in line with her aesthetic, I guess, from the other games, or I don't know, just sort of aims to bring all the games together aesthetically. But it also like improves all the textures and stuff, so that's why there's like so much detail on her outfit, why it like pops so much as well.
The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we
get
more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract.
That's not good.
A Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Well, damn.
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You created a race as opposed to just a machine.
I don't see what's so bad about.
Wondering why she looked more like Mass Effect 3 Tali? Yeah.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
That is totally a fact.
The newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
We accidentally created a bunch of slaves. Let's kill them now.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
Fucking brutal.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
Why go to war? Why not just be like, oh shit, whoops, we gave you intelligence. Here's a planet.
But they had progressed much further.
They could put them on an inhospitable planet that no one uses for anything because they're machines.
In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Sounds like you done fucked up.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
Yeah, they got wrecked in the process.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I want to know more
about this pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity,
yeah, a lot of the mods that I added are for, they're like immersion mods, mostly for like people who have already played the game. But, you know, because they also improve the look of the game, I figured I'd add a bunch of them, and maybe it would also create a more coherent experience for me playing through all three. Agent's still best bro and Tali my girl.
We can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society.
That makes sense.
Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
A cool concept.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
Must be a chaotic household for you. Rex is still my best bro, Liara my girl. Rex is pretty great.
How to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
Implants to fight off disease, that's interesting. So it's not just the suit, they also have like actual augmentations.
If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Cool. Well, that was like a lot of info. I did want to check something.
All I know is... But one thing, many of the Geths... But when they're in... As you can imagine, a general order went out. We feared the Geth
I was
would
curious.
pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now, Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy?
I didn't choose this option.
Why do you think they've killed every
She might address the fact that Saren is
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Gotcha.
See you later.
That's a big presupposition. She doesn't really know that Saren is looking to wipe out all sentient life. Oh, I guess the Reapers. Right. There's been a reference to the Reapers, and that's like, that's kind of all we know of them is that presumably their goal is to do exactly that. So I guess that does kind of tell us something.
Looking for supplies?
Yeah, they're like space, like Romani travelers, basically.
How often will you get new?
Well, check back often. Many of the best.
Yeah, the word
there are too many for me to keep track of.
Gypsies is more of a racial slur than any kind of definition of anything these days. But yeah, totally, I get what you're saying. I think that is the revoke. What? Whoops. It's like toggling it and didn't realize that it was spending $1,000 every time I did that. Revoke black market license. Oh, right. So there's a black market license mod.
Let's see.
And so I guess that unlocks a bunch of new stuff. Grants galaxy-wide access to the purchase and salvage of weapons and gear from Batarian, State Arms, Cerberus Skunkworks. Okay. So by buying that, it gives me access to other weapons, I believe. Yeah, so we'll just leave that enabled. Hey, Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there.
Damn, yeah, his Garrus's textures
trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how
look really detailed. That's awesome.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why.
Calibrations.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical.
I like Scarred Garrus better. I mean, he's got to have an arc, you know. He'll get there.
You made the right choice.
Got to start out fresh-faced, excited to work with the fucking Spectre.
It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
I feel like Liara and Garrus have huge arcs. That's one thing I remember, is that Liara ends up being a major, like,
we get the job done right, not fast.
player.
I wasn't trying to.
I don't know what to call it. A major broker or whatever later on. But yeah, the thing with Garrus, I really just remember is that he gets a scarred face. I don't actually kind of remember his arc or whatever, but that's all good. I mean, that's why I'm replaying them. I'm gonna get to sort of see.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kind of wish you'd got there
much
sooner,
more of this.
No offense, I appreciate the rescue.
Right, yeah, so I believe I have all the DLCs.
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, so I have whatever DLCs Legendary Edition comes with, which should be basically all of them, but I also have the
They have flashlight heads, ma'am.
Pinnacle something DLC, which isn't normally in the Legendary Edition.
Do you have a few minutes
It's been restored by a mod.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Okay.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am,
Cool, so I can change all their equipment at will from here. Okay. Interesting.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Dude, his voice is so good.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting
Nichols Station, that sounds right.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Rip.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out.
Right. They're dying off because they're getting into such dangerous professions.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
Oof.
Every Krogan is infected.
That would suck. God, that would fucking be terrible.
No one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Cultures change.
So long, Rex.
It's not unchangeable. Hey, another level. God damn. Hot damn. All right. Well, let's pump up my charm. Pump it up. Even gives a discount. Ah, yeah. And then what? I guess I've already. Oh, so I got my electronics. I got equip medium. I could equip medium armor. I can unlock anything. So now it's just a thing of, I guess, putting points into whatever's useful. I'm gonna keep cranking up my charm. I want to be able to do non-combat options for things whenever possible. Soul correction, see that many stillborn? Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna go Paragon. It's been so long since I played, I don't remember enough to want to go with a Renegade option. That's usually like the downside of going Renegade is I think you don't kind of learn everything, you know? There's a lot of shoot first, ask questions later. Right, I think we're out of here. Unless by unlocking a black market license,
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Maybe you have to go back into the shop to see what it repopulates with. Don't really have any way of knowing. Whatever. Out of here. Fuck it. Even on the highest difficulty, I maxed charisma first. The blue option. Yeah, exactly. Code blue. Insanity is the setting? Might be. I don't really play games on harder difficulties generally. Doesn't really interest me. Okay, so I think it was when I went to go open up the map, galaxy map, that the game crashed on me before, so... Let's see. The Citadel. What the fuck? What else is there? Oh, zoom out again. Oh, I got you. Okay. You just keep zooming out. Oh, you can just keep zooming out. Holy crap. Keeps going. Zoom out again? What? Oh, okay. That leaves. Why does it say zoom out if it's gonna leave? That's what I was worried about. I didn't want to leave. Whatever. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. That's so cool. Different gravities at different places. Mostly did it to plat the game. Done it before for ME1 and 2. God damn. Okay, so where to? Strange transmission, anomalies, asteroid X57, UNC, missing Marines, missing survey team. I don't mind having a... Do I mind? So is it possible for me to get Liara at this point? Is there like a mission I can go do that will get me Liara? I'm guessing it's one of the UNC ones, because those are like main quests? But I'm not actually certain. No. Okay. She the missing person? Let me read my... Oh, find Liara. Explore the uncharted worlds of Artemis Tau to find Liara. Okay, well that makes that a lot easier. Artemis Tau. Yes, travel to the system. Oh shit. Backing up. It would be so nerve-wracking pulling a spaceship into some kind of narrow dock. Like, I just feel like, oh yeah, if you bump hard enough against the walls or whatever, everyone dies, you know? I think it's one of those, but it's not the missing Marines one. Yeah, so these ones just aren't marked. Explore the uncharted worlds of the Artemis Tau cluster. Huh. It's a mystery to most missions. Gotcha. Okay, so she's in like one of these. All right, let's just start rolling through them. Just gonna go top left to top right, bottom left, bottom right. We'll find her. Game doesn't completely hold your hand. There's some mystery. An air of mystery. So most planets you can't go to, right? It just kind of gives you some info about them. That's that. Okay. Survey. Gas deposit surveyed. Large amount of free oxygen. Cool. Thanks for the oxygen, sucker. Check out this asteroid belt. Looks like nothing in it. On to the next row. Nausicaa. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark gray color. It's fucking cool. They've just like created all these different things like orbital period, day length, all these random stats for a million fictional places. It's crazy. Gas deposits surveyed. While scanning, it has detected a large concentration of helium-3. So these are like giving me something, presumably? Some resources of some kind? Maybe money? Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Okay, so there's nothing in this whole region? I don't know. Solar system, I guess. Most just have some survey stuff. You think? Oh! Oh, scan. Metallic asteroid. Metal-rich asteroid. Heavy metal surveyed. Oh yeah! Some serious metal on that planet, brother. Therum is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. Alright, let's go check it out. Only thing you have to worry about are missions that lock you in. Most just have some survey stuff. Like 1 or 2 missions you have to worry about. Okay, so, I don't have any biotics with me. I'm gonna bring Rex. And what do you think? Garrus or Tali? It's gotta be someone interesting, right? Garrus has better combat strength, but Tali has better aesthetic. Tali, let's do it. We're fine though. One has Liara. Okay, well, it's all good. I'm gonna check out this whole area regardless. Yeah. From here on in, I'm gonna try and stay relatively
Commander, I'm picking up some
spoil-free.
strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Alright, so is it worth like getting out and looking around here and there? Or can you see everything from inside of the vehicle? Everything that's like important at least. You can see it all from the vehicle. Okay, awesome. Good to know. Normally roll with that party in one. Oh yeah, speaking of. You there! Let's unlock stasis for him. And Camping at hacking. Yeah, I guess at this point we're just going to go unlock shotguns for her. So her We'll go shotguns with both of them. I think I'm going to keep on pistols for her and give Erdnock shotguns, because shotguns are more of a close range weapon and he's got way more health. So, whoops. We're gonna go pistols. And we're gonna go shotguns. Okay, cool. Wait, I still have squad points? Oh, I've got a bunch of points to spend with her. The map will show you anything important. Yo, Michael.
Simp. I'm gonna get banned.
Michael Grob, how are you, my dude? How are you liking Elden Ring? Whoa, I'm getting some severe lag right now. And it disappears once I'm out of the pause menu. That's weird. Very, very weird. It's, I think, gone now. Anyway, how's it going? What's shaking, man? How you doing? What's new? What's exciting? How are you liking Elden Ring? Scale of 69 to 420. You see it all from the vehicle. The map will show you anything important. Gotcha. You can hover your reticle over things just like you can on foot. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, well, let's, I guess make her a master of pistols. Right? Or, I don't know. Yeah, that'll be the main thing she uses, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually playing Elden Ring. Okay, well, my first time driving the Mako in, you know, years. Okay. Whoa, hey. Damn, what a zoom. You don't really need to stress weapons in Mass Effect 1. The ammo is more important. There's ammo in this? Oh, better get Mako. Welcome on in, Dooley Productions. How you doing this evening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, it doesn't turn around on its own if you completely turn your view around. Mako's honestly pretty trash. Mass Effect 1 has ammo. Oh, right. I remember what you're talking about. You're not talking about ammo. You're talking, yeah, the equipped slots. Right. Yes, I get what you're saying now. Yes. Good point. Good point. Yeah, let's put some rounds into those things. Yo, thank you for the follow, Dooley Productions. I appreciate that. Dooley, say? The equipped slots are very important. Very important. Okay, well, I'll use them a little more then. So he's using a shotgun, I guess. Did that equip something? It did. Man, I'm having to get used to all the menus and stuff. It's been a bit. We'll give her cooldown reduction because she's more about oh, whoops, I put it onto her sniper. Oh, right. Okay. Holy good God. Wait a second, did I equip? Oh man, okay. This is just gonna take a sec for me to fucking figure out how to use the equipment screens in this game. I think I get it now. I get what I was doing wrong. So whichever type of weapon you're sort of hovering over, that's the one that you're going to customize. I'm going shotguns for the Krogan, so I want to give him stuff for his shotguns. And then for her, I'm using pistols, so I want to go over to pistol before I go equip, and then equip some stuff. Okay, okay. And then armor also has equipment slots in them. So I guess physics threshold. Oh, protects against physics abilities. Gotcha, gotcha. I missed them in later Mass Effects. I think you can handle it from here. Let me know if you want any ammo recommendations. I mean, it'll probably be fine. He seems like the one who's got to be worried about getting lifted up off the ground. I'll put shock absorbers in her armor. Alright, so we got our weapons and armor customized. We've got our characters leveled. We have a big old scope on our Mako. We've got like one entire second of thrusters. Let's do it. Oh, I see red on my map. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. Easy peasy. Is there anything to tell when that ability is off cooldown? That, like, shot? There doesn't seem to be any visual indicators. You just have to, like, get a feel for it, I guess. Okay. Anti-personnel rounds, some weapon and armor upgrades. Weapon and armor upgrades? Perfect. I ran out of armor upgrades, so let's just put anyone into you. And then I also ran out of weapon upgrades, so we'll put some weapon upgrades in stuff too. There we go. Done. Usually the length of time it takes for the machine gun to overheat. Whoa! I see a big...
Only a fool punches a gnatback in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
I see a big diamond on my minimap. What the fuck? What is attacking me? What is that? Sounds like there's like mortar rounds landing somewhere nearby. Oh. I see. This thing was just like shooting at a wall. Got it. Hey, another level up. I'll take it. Yeah, the Geth can see for miles, totally. Well, I mean, it makes sense. You know, that's fair. I'll take it. I think I'm gonna finally start putting some points into my sniper rifling. Next shot will inflict damage equal to 200% of DPS. Purges weapon heat on use. Okay. So I can grab an ability that'll overheat my weapon. So I can just like headshot until it overheats, then use that ability to turn off the overheat. So that might be a thing. Is it fair though? Well, you know, they're robots and they got sensors and whatnot. You know, I don't know, maybe fair is a strong word. How's it going, Ultima? I think I might as well put like a point into damping. And then like, I don't know, do I want immunity? Nah, but I'll grab damping. Seems like a thing. Wait, what's Spectre training eventually give me? Oh, restore people back to life. Yeah, that seems really important. I'm gonna grab that. That's a big one. Unlock stasis. And let's start powering up his shotgun abilities. The Geth have their weaknesses. You're doing well? Excellent. I'm happy to hear that. How goes? Not bad. I'm still just kind of recovering. The family got COVID, so I was out of commission for like a week. But feeling a lot better now. Still kind of got the sniffles. TBH, the most unfair thing in Mass Effect 1 are snipers on Insanity. I think tops Krogans in Insanity. Oh, they just come at you. I imagine their melee attacks are probably brutal. What's that one red item on my radar, like way up here? Is it trying to tell me there's like a way maybe over? Can I Skyrim my way up this wall? No, invisible wall. I mean, you know, you can't fault me for trying, right? Later. Skyrim most planets. There are two things on the map that makes me think that, like... Oh, there's one of them. I see. Okay. So, like... Over there somewhere? Is there something inside of that building? I think there is. Mako is the poor Skyrim horse. I thought maybe I could, like, blow him up through a wall. Okay, let's do this. Shotgun, pistol, sniper. Okay. Maybe I got out a little bit too early. Get wrecked.
All clear.
The Mako's where it needs to be. Manual override. Here we go. New sniper, new light armor. First, I think I'm able to wear medium armor, but I think I am still wearing light armor. Lower damage protection, higher shields, much lower tech biotic protection. Dang. Hey, there we go. Now we can get inside. I guess never stood a chance. Any game that has sniper rifles, I would like to use one. I just love sniping. The hell? Are those the same? They're a little bit different. Little bit. This one's like a little bit grayer, I guess. There we go. Little game of Frogger every time you want to hack something. Silly. 90% the same model? Yeah, it's almost the same. Almost. What is this? What is this weird container that's just a dead end? One of the few who misses the old hacking minigame. Can't just like take them and have spare tires. Why not? Why not? Maybe I just want a spare tire. Nice. I like that it ejects you out the side when you get out, so you don't actually accidentally run yourself over. Can you snap to walls? Yeah, there we go. The stasis, warp throw. Do any of these work through a wall? I have no idea. No, it doesn't look like it. Oops, I accidentally pressed A too quickly. Didn't actually see what I got. Doesn't seem like a huge deal though. Wouldn't be an RPG without a dead end that doesn't pay off. I mean, you know, it's in the handbook for a reason. Like, what about this little dead end? Oh, well, this one does have a payoff, I guess. Couple things I can maybe sell for some creds. It's kind of interesting that, so the gel that you use to automatically open a container is something you get by basically melting down the contents of those containers. It ends like 80% of dungeons in Final Fantasy II. I've never played like the original Final Fantasies 1, 2, or 3. Interesting. Interesting. I wasn't expecting this. This seems like a bit of a problem. You got stuck on a pixel. I mean, yeah, I think so. Wow. That was a new one? I haven't gotten that yet. That's, yeah. I don't know what to think about that. Those pixels are fatal. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. I'm not wild about that one. That happened 4-ish times in my playthrough, so it's not super common.
Securing point.
Securing point. Go Krogan, go Krogan, go. Get those things again. Back in the Mako. It's weird that I couldn't even use the thrusters to like lift up off of whatever it was. I was like firmly part of whatever. I thought it being a remaster, not a remake, the bugs would have been fixed. Psh. You select to go back to the Normandy, that's the workaround. Oh. I see. That makes sense, I guess. Damn it. God damn it. Come on. Okay, I gotta aim like a little lower than what I feel like. Get back. Get back. back to where you once belonged. Yeah, you know what? There's not much in the way of particularly exciting music in this. Why don't we send a song request instead? Get Dead Unity. And so no one has first aid yet. Maybe I'll just get my allies to take first aid, I guess. Or I mean, I could level up first aid and not have to use it on my followers. Yo, Nikki, how you doing tonight?
Oh shit. Hookah. Phoenix is hookah.
Dang, got toasted.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, what's shaking? Welcome.
Oh wow, he got me.
The end credits is a total bop. Alright, don't forget to remind me. Welcome in, Neo Neon. How you doing this evening?
Twitch.tv
Panda Ramen Cat. I like it. Welcome in. Kenichi Bun, how you doing tonight? Sun Logan, how goes? Supermatic, welcome to the stream. Clip of me dying. I mean, that's the job of the community, is to clip it whenever you die, right? How goes? What were you up to this evening? Of course, some Elden Ring. Nice. Yo, Neo Neon, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. For all of those folks who are new to the stream, I'll pull up a little sort of welcome message just to give you an idea of you know, who I am, what I play, and you know, what you can do in this stream. I assume someone's gonna clip the pixel death. If not, I'll make it a highlight. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. Getting trapped on a pixel. Surprised you're not on the Elden Ring hype. I plan on it, certainly. So right now I am playing The Outer Worlds, which I'm actually borrowing from a friend for the PS4, so I want to get that back to him because he hasn't even played it yet. He just loaned it to me so I could stream it, which was super nice of him. I'm also playing Mass Effect Legendary, which was gifted to me by the wonderful Dragon Snooze. So both of those are high on my list of things that I would like to beat without necessarily backburnering. And then someone also spent almost 200,000 channel points on me playing Doom Eternal after I finish one or both of those. So I've got like an immediate backlog, and then Elden Ring, and then the rest of my backlog. Joe Epic, thank you for the follow. Thank you. So how is Elden Ring so far? Like, I'd love to hear what you're feeling while you're playing it, Nikki, but I'd also love to hear what the community thinks of it so far. You know, how is it from a perspective of, you know, just sort of hanging out and backseating, or, you know, I'm sure many folks are also playing it while watching it. Nice backlog. Thank you, Sun Logan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have just been adding games that come highly recommended by folks in the community, and I give them a quick little check to see like roughly how long they are, and then add them to my backlog. Just to give me an idea of like, okay, what am I getting into with this one? I swear you stopped at 200,000 and I thought you were going to say dollars. No, degrees. Close. Only just played a bit of it, but it's framey. Yeah, so people have been mentioning that. People have been mentioning that it's been having some real framiness. Hollow, how you doing tonight? Welcome. How's your evening? You still have a huge backlog? Yes. Yeah, you can see it on my website. I also have just like a straight up spreadsheet of my backlog. It's more than 100 games, so put it that way. Small sputter lag, but it's been amazing to play and see all the scenery. I wish we could play it every day and not work. Yeah, I haven't seen any, so I haven't seen any trailers, I haven't seen any gameplay. I haven't seen any reviews. All I know so far of Elden Ring is what people have been telling me in like tonight while I've been streaming, and also in the couple streams that I've been hanging out in, which are not Elden Ring streams. You know, it obviously has been coming up here and there, so that is everything I know about it. Apparently, someone earlier mentioned it's like Dark Souls 4 but with a horse. So I know that horse confirmed. There's a horse apparently in the game. Spoiler alert. And also that, yeah, it's framey as hell. Apparently that's like kind of a big issue. So that's a real shame. I apologize, by the way. I'm a little bit congested tonight. I haven't actually streamed in a week. It turns out that myself, the waifu, and our almost 3-year-old, what, 2 weeks exactly, she's going to be 3 years old. Anyway, the three of us got COVID, so I'm still kind of congested from that. I was really laid out for the last week. What was your overall rating of Subnautica? I know you were playing. I really enjoyed Subnautica. I would say super glad that I played it on stream, so I was able to like pick people's brains as I played. There's a few things that I wish it had, little quality of life things, you know. It would be nice if you could like tag an item you wanted to create and then you know, have something on your HUD that sort of said the ingredients you needed, so you could like make yourself a little checklist. So just like, I don't know, there's some like little quality of life things that it kind of misses. But overall, really fun. I like that it's actually got kind of like a story and a narrative that are fun to explore and learn about. The kind of creature design is really good. The world design is really cool. I really enjoyed it. Absolutely. You could just redecorated your room. Chris is obsessed with Elden Ring, I bet. Yeah, I feel like the whole Souls community has been saying like nothing but good things about it. So yeah, I'm excited to get to it at some point for sure. A Souls game with frame issues, I'm sure it won't be a huge problem. Yeah, totally. Yeah, a game that relies on precise timing that doesn't run at an even frame rate. That won't be a problem. Hoping for a speedy recovery. Yeah. Hope it didn't hit you guys too hard and quick recovery. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, the little one had a fever for like 2 days. That kind of sucked. She was kind of, yeah, it was tough. It was, you know, it's always stressful. It's mostly stressful because of the, you know, our daughter. We're just like, you know, we want her to be happy and healthy, and when she's not those things, it's stressful. But it wasn't too bad. The fever that I had, there was like one night where I had a fever and was kind of like, I just rested. I just laid in bed for 21 hours, I think, and overnight I had my fever, so it was like kind of like dreaming and waking up and tossing and turning and like kind of hallucinating and dreaming back and forth. So that was kind of, you know, shitty. No one likes that. But overall, it's basically just been like a cold or mild flu that is just making me super sore and super tired about it. Been drinking a ton of tea and trying to make sure to also, you know, just drink water whenever I think of it. I hate those sleeps. Yeah, real stressful and disorienting. Because of how sore I was, it's just like there was no way to get comfortable, so that didn't help. But yeah, I'm glad. I feel like I'm out the other side of it now. My wife is like the healthiest person I know, so she is congested as I am as well, but didn't really get the fever and has been just overall much better at being sick than I. I'm a real sissy when it comes to getting sick. I just want to like curl up, not do anything, not talk to anyone. So yeah, I'm happy that I that I had someone to help out with. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine just like if it was just myself and Callista. I don't know how I would have survived. Let's see here. What do I want to do with her? Do I want better hacking? Hacking seems really good. Could up her unique ability. Let's do that. Relatable. Yeah. Yeah. I don't do well. Don't do well at being sick. Pardon me. Right, I've got Unity. Right, so now I can recover my dead teammates. That's huge. I have to remember the abilities I have. I never think to use abilities in combat. Yo, holy crap, Marshall. Marshall coming in with a big old raid. Really appreciate that.
You did that?
Infiltrator like I was? Yes. So
Did he?
there's
It sounds
a
like he did.
few things I really like to do when I'm
that.
playing it. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the big old raid, Marshall. Really appreciate that. How you doing tonight? How's oh, Breath of the Wild. Nice.
You ain't wrong. Small
How
boy,
deep
you
into
ain't
Breath of the
wrong.
Wild are you? Yeah, when I play pretty much any game, RPGs especially, or any game that has those options, I like to do social things whenever possible, which isn't tied to class in this game, so that wasn't a big influence. But also, I like to take any kind of skills or abilities that will allow me to interact with locked objects or you know, anything like that. Like in Fallout, I like to have high science and lock picking and stuff like that. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer to go with a class that had electronics and decryption. So I just maxed those out so I can just crack open hard locks. Boom, there we go, easy peasy. And then I also want to have a sniper rifle in any game that would allow me to have one. So those were my prerequisites when I was choosing a class. Whoa, Jesus. Alright, maybe I shouldn't just stop. Pretty good, was supposed to work, but the plant got shut down by Russia, so I stayed home and streamed. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's crazy. Wow, so your work was like directly affected by the sort of geopolitical climate? Just in Fallout, you don't want to go back to a place because you can't lockpick it. Yeah, and I like getting the extra experience for I don't know what to call it, exploration experience, essentially, that you can get in Bethesda games in general. I also don't want to miss out on stuff, you know, like physical objects. Come on. Are you dead? I can't tell. Are you dead? Oh my gosh, I can't tell. I cannot tell. It stopped moving, so I was like, maybe it's like dead and just there was no animation for it. Holy crap, I'm leveling up at a ludicrous rate. This is... Oh yeah, that's right, because there's twice as many levels or something. I don't know, there was something about... There's like two different leveling systems in this game. One that goes to level 30, one that goes to level 60. Pretty far. I'm doing it on master mode, so I'm getting my butt kicked a lot. That's just like the hardest difficulty? Or... yo, thank you so much for the follow. Zevuez, let's say? Let me know if you have a way to pronounce your name that I... that I haven't figured out. They got cyber attacked and shut down their computer system, so we literally couldn't work. Whoa. That's crazy. I don't really know much about master mode. I'm guessing that it's just like more challenging. But yeah, I don't really know. What was I going to increase now? I was just doing it a minute ago. Maybe I should get, yeah. I'll get my sniper rifle ability unlocked. Let's do that. And Rex, let's start getting you good with shotguns. Quarian, why don't you keep leveling that up? Boom. The tough mode, master mode, the enemies regain health and are a lot stronger. Oof. Mode so hard I avoided. Dang. Yeah, the whole cyber attack thing is pretty wild. The sort of hacking landscape is dominated by Russia because the state has basically sanctioned all hacking of like foreign powers. They're basically like, yeah, you hack to your heart's content as long as you don't hack Russia. And then a lot of other countries, like the United States, for example, are instead, you know, saying like, don't hack ever, and offering prosecution and like, you know, jail time and stuff for people who hack just in general. And so that means that in Russia, hackers have been able to like organize and get together and like, you know, work on you know, improving their trade, and so to compete, it's going to be really, really tough for other countries who have been trying to, you know, shut it down instead of fostering those skill sets. Makes Breath of the Wild like a Souls game. Get used to death. Oh wow, intense. Master will maybe appreciate Shikai armor a lot more. It def changes the game style. Like, it's basically a stealth game now. Right, Shikai clothing is OP now. I used to end up using the same strats I did. I got Majora's Mask and snuck around until I was using the environment to kill stuff. Durian fruits for feeding. Man, that was one thing that I really, really liked about Breath of the Wild is the cooking ingredients that overheal you are so fucking potent. It's crazy. Oh, dead end. I avoided the DLC stuff. Durian wasn't my main food, but I did lean into food heavily. One fruit is full recovery plus 4 to 5 extra hearts. Yeah, I found that I had so many cooking ingredients as well that I liked to like go mix like one item that overheals, whether it's, I think there was a banana that did it as well, I don't know, there's like a couple different foods, like one overheal item, and then I would mix it with just a bunch of stuff, like, and see what it made, you know, to give like an extra heart or two, you know, some seasoning and some other foods. It was kind of a fun way to go. Want to know which food I went for or nah? Mighty banana. Banana OP. Are you all done D&D, babe? Oh wow. Bananas in general are OP. Did they also increase your strength? Was that a thing? What's up, babe? Oh, damn. You need the extra damage to counter the extra health in master mode. Oh. Wait, do bananas do both of those things? Oh my god. Like overheal you and increase your attack? What is dead can't hurt you. Enemies regain health the moment you stop hitting them. That was quite the dying animation for that thing. Jesus. But you just smack it really hard?
Yes.
Nice. When in doubt, violence. Anyone who said violence never solved anything has never tried to troubleshoot electronics. Old televisions, you know. Oh, hi. I did a glass cannon stealth build for master mode.
I didn't see you there, sweetie. How long have you been there? Where did you come from?
Ah, just a minute or two. Or work on appliances at home. Also lean into the barbarian set for specific fights. Whoa! This rocket launcher Geth just standing out in the middle of nowhere. No cover. Whoops. Just standing with a rocket launcher confidently. Glass cannon's a go-to build for all your Souls likes. Violins solve music. I mean, it depends. Depends on what aspect of music you're attempting to solve, but I don't disagree. That guy's still alive? I saw him get blasted with different stuff. Thought he was dead. Love violins that make some sweet music. There we go.
That's the last of them.
Oh, solid instrument. Actually, they're hollow. Damn. Got him. Do 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 do. I turned on song requests, by the way. So, if anybody has any tunes they wish to listen to, that's the way to add to the queue. Doodle doo doo doodle doo. When you change your equipment, it doesn't automatically unequip the mods from your old stuff, does it? Mark around? I have no idea. On Calyx, you want to show him. So what overheats enemy weapons, damages enemy shields. So that enemy has a shield, right? Geth in general, I believe, have shields. Clear! The question about mods. Weapon and armor mods, if you change your gear, do they unequip? Or do they equip to the new gear? Or how do weapon and armor mods work? Have a good night, Roxy Chat. Oh, cheers, Ultima. Well, thank you for swinging by. Always nice, always nice chatting. Always appreciate a nice hang. They go to the new gear. Okay, good, good, good. All equipment gets to inherit the add-ons. Perfect. Alright, so it's not super micromanagey. Well, there's definitely Geth around. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay.
This will help.
Lost shields.
Okay. Alright, so as soon as I took out those extra dudes, I got access to my radar again. This is stressful. Whoa! Can I not use powers on this thing? Oh shit. Oh no, tally's down. I think it's a quality of life change for base game. It's been forever since I played the base game. Don't hear the music? Yeah, the music is quiet and the game is very loud. Turn the game down a tiny bit, and I could turn the music up a little bit too. Have those two things kind of meet in the middle. Imagine this fight on insanity? No. I refuse to imagine it. Where am I being shot from? Okay, so the Geth... might as well just use overkill, try and do as much damage as possible. Damages enemy shields, let's do that. That helps a lot, nice. Nice violence for your violence. I'm into it. Boy, it'd be sweet if she maybe like took cover. Can I tell her to do that somehow? Isn't there like a... There we go. I don't know, just use all your powers, guys. Use whatever on whatever. Sure, use a shield boost. I don't know. I also have grenades. I refuse to use grenades for anything. Ever. Sick. Level up. Let's get Carnage. Just this holdout over here. I don't really want to fight, but... Night Roxy chat, gonna turn in for the night? Sounds good, my dude. Have an awesome night, Dragon Snooze. It's always good to see you. Thank you again for the game. Really do appreciate that. Was the son of a preacher man. Do a quick once over of the area, see if there's any items anywhere.
50 degrees hotter and I might start to feel uncomfortable.
How are you mammals doing? Yeah, now that the song requests are turned up a bit, feel free to throw some more stuff on, or even replay whatever you added before that you didn't really get to hear. I'm happy listening to whatever folks are into. Alright, I guess there's not really much to see. Let's head on in. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy. And kisses from me on the side.
Nothing but rocks, dirt, and lava. Reminds me of home.
Look at that cutie. Look at the way he holds his gun. Like he's posing.
My people have searched many generations for a world to call home. If we landed here, we'd just keep...
We've been looking a long time for anywhere that we can live. This, just not it. Shit. So Overload is the one that hits shields, and then Sabotage just like hurts a mofo. So I should toast their shield first, probably. Ba-da-ba-down. Diddle-diddle-da-down. So is Chris finding that the game that Elden Ring is like running smoothly for him? Yeah, people keep mentioning that it's like really framey. I haven't heard him say anything negative about it, so it must be. Well, that's good. Is he playing it on console or PC, I wonder? Everyone who I've heard complaining has been talking about playing it on PC. Maybe it works well for the console? Somebody has like 3 pages of notes on the lore so far. Oh, damn. Is he planning on doing something with that? Like making a video or something? He's playing on console. Also, he's just like that. Nice, I like it. Law enforcement decreased by publishing Mandatory minimum sentences. Or I drop down, I just want to see if there's any enemies. Maybe they all just spawn in as soon as I'm...
Hello?
You don't expect the platforming, you know?
Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
We hear you.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Tell me more, tell me more.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the
There's
tricky
awesome.
part.
Always been part of my
The
team.
defenses
Yeah,
cannot
totally.
be shut off from the
Plus I've gone
outside.
tech heavy,
I
so
don't know
having
how
like
to
a
get in here.
hardcore biotic I think will be really good.
There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
A Krogan with the Geth. I wonder if he's a merc. Damn, I can't, when my weapon is on cooldown, I can't continue to look down the scope even if I want to. Which is particularly annoying because, I can't, like, use my powers. Oh, I was hoping I could use that against the enemies. Oh, sure. I'll look through these things. Especially in Mass Effect 3. ELER is my favorite. Seems super cool. Total babe. It's got like character development and stuff. Weird. There's no way to know what you're supposed to hit next for that puzzle? That's not even a puzzle. What a weird... I don't know. What a weird minigame, I guess? I don't think I missed anything. Oh, hi.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
You told me to get past the barrier, I did it.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right.
I'm just
I've
good
seen
at
enough
that.
of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking
Gotta
for the
get
conduit.
out
You're
of this
Prothean
place.
expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Oh, damn.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Jesus.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
If I die in here, I'm gonna kill him. I love how they all just stand when they're on an elevator. There we go. Rex has a little bit more personality on an elevator. Oh, damn.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it?
What a psycho.
Getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
I'm not going to give her up. I'm not going to let her down. I'm not going to run around and desert her. Did Rex swallow some uranium? He's glowing.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option.
Yeah, he's got some
Saren wants her.
crazy jaundice going on.
Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. Let's start by taking out the rocket trooper. Then I'm going to overload the shock trooper and finish it with a sabotage. Then whoa, okay, sweet. My allies are dealing with shit too. Okay, now it's just the Battlemaster left, basically. Oh! Oh my god, that was close. Oh man, okay. Note to self, do not get into melee range of a Krogan. He hits a hell of a lot harder than I do. Jesus. That was intense. Oh. The cutting camera angles, it's so like action movie-y. Come on, get down the last of the ramp. Sketching me out. Alright, fine. Good enough.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
Oh, thanks for the
We
info.
almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about
Joker the wise ass, indeed.
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years?
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn.
Only.
I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not
I
received
love this
the
song.
attention
Yeah,
it
I turned it down a
deserves.
tiny bit just because
Because of my youth, other Asari
any
scholars
song
tend
with
to
lyrics
dismiss
is a little
my
bit
theories on
distracting
what happened to the
when
Protheans.
there's dialogue going on. But I'll turn the song request back up when we get to more actiony sections. Right, because she's only 100 and something. Other people are like, ah, you're just a kid. The Joker has bonitis. You're not
I've
wrong.
got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
Take it straight from Pachelbel's
With all
canon
due
in D
respect,
minor.
Commander,
Oh yeah,
I have
totally.
heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here's the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
How do you know?
Where'd you come up with this theory?
My
I thought
only
there
regret
wasn't
is
any
that
evidence.
I have
I
bonitis.
have been working on this for
It's a
50
really good
years.
episode.
I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually,
can dance
subtle
if we want
patterns start
to.
to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is
Dun,
difficult
dun,
to
dun,
explain
dun,
to
dun,
someone
dun,
else.
dun.
I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
I thought they're coming back, but it won't be the same without Bender. Yeah, are the, like, the negotiations just done? Is that? I'm hoping that they're still, you know, willing to, you know, pay properly for everyone. Be nice to have John DiMaggio rejoin them. He can afford to pay him what he wants. They just won't because they're dicks. I mean, yeah, that is how it always goes.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
No one wants to pay what things
There
cost.
is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove
That or
my
find someone who
theory,
can
but
do
I
the same
know I
voice.
am right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the
galaxy is
cast
built on a cycle of extinction.
might
Each
not
time
be
a
into
great
that, you
civilization
know?
rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before.
Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Shut up and I'll tell you. Guys get together so they're not doing it without Bender. They'll cave. Probably could get. I'll get paid more. Yeah, not just the cast, but like Billy West alone, I think has that much sway. You know, he voice acts all the major characters. He intentionally designed Fry's voice in such a way that it's basically just his own voice to make it really, really challenging for anybody to be able to emulate it. And I think that, you know, yeah, I would hope. I don't know. You never know. If he like already signed a contract, then maybe, you know, his hands would be tied. It's hard to know. It's hard to know what would happen. But you'd hope. You'd hope that they'll be able to come back with the entire original cast.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course,
Shut up, Caden.
Right.
You're out of your
sorry,
element.
My scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Like, that was all super helpful, everything she was saying. Like, this isn't helping us. You don't know anything. Sit the hell down. Simpsons is still in the air. Futurama should be also. Futurama's just as good. Family Guy's still in the air, and it stopped being funny long ago. Hilarious that they used Homer's voice for Bender. Homer's voice is already. Futurama's the robot devil. Yeah, Dan Castellaneta. Yeah, like in the actual Homer voice. That would be interesting. Just completely not even try to go with the same thing. I mean, I imagine they'll just write Bender out of the show, you know. They'll like show his, you know, his head somewhere and be like, yeah, you know, sucks about Bender, you know.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Welcome aboard. Great, another
Good
alien.
to have you on the
Jesus.
team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah, sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up
I'm
the
just gonna
link now,
dream about
Commander.
killing all humans.
We've received
They'll
your
probably
report,
introduce
Commander.
some similar
I
character,
understand
right?
Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Legitimate.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major
thing.
Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Cool. Okay, well, we got a new team member. Awesome. Indeed. Bite my shiny metal. Hey, that's systems.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on.
Yes,
Presley.
ma'am.
Learning so much about my ship. Look outside. From the monitor?
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my metal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Nice, I like it.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
Waiting for DiMaggio to sign the contract.
That's a good point.
Here, let's begin with the professor saying, "Good news, everyone."
Working on this, baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me. Did you want me as your pilot? I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity.
Holy crap, Dooley, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. God damn. Prime Gaming. Wow, there is a lot of places you could drop your Prime. I really, really appreciate that you dropped it over here. Thank you. Really means a lot. Awesome. Dang.
I'm sorry, Joker.
Was it the good news, everyone?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander.
I swear he told me about this before,
I'll make her dance for you.
but
just don't ask me to get up and dance unless
like he told me about his condition before, but not with this particular conversation. Or maybe he did. Yeah. Right, because he told me about his nickname and everything. Yeah, okay.
I have to go.
I've had that conversation with him. Cool. Yeah, I super appreciate the sub. Although, you know, it does beg the question, you know, why not Zoidberg? Why not both? Why not Zoidberg? Get some more Metagel?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
He doesn't have anything to say about
Goodbye,
Liara.
Commander.
Where's Liara? There she is. I remember that. Wait, you remember which?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Romancer? Oh, yes.
You're in good hands.
Naturally.
Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most
Not
of
very
my time
interesting.
on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long
You know
forgotten
more than
earthen
anyone
ruins.
else about the thing that we're trying to learn about. Come on.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people.
Oh, dang.
Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud.
She's like a princess.
It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That
Maybe it holds the key to the future too.
Fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let me in
I
too.
never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field.
It sounds so weird hearing someone speak without using any contractions, but it makes a lot of sense.
Pretend this conversation never happened.
That, like, speaking to an alien race, you know, they would lack things like
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
contractions, or even they wouldn't have the same frame of reference for, like,
to become more involved in shaping galactic events.
what's the term I'm looking for? Cultural isms. There's a word I'm looking for. Unlike Data from the next gen. Yeah, same kind of thing, right?
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes
Uses contractions all the time, even though he claims that he cannot. Yeah, but that's like his humanity sneaking in, you know?
Not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes.
I think that early on he didn't use any contractions, right? And then later it started happening, like
each species contributes something to the greater whole.
as he kind of became more human.
Seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Search on YouTube for data contractions. Someone put together a montage. They sneak in from time to time. I wonder if some of them were intentional, though. You know.
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species,
when he does their bloopers,
male and female, have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different.
Yeah, the Riker maneuver. The way he mounts a chair is ridiculous.
Others can be more.
The way he sits down, approaching with the chair. Yeah, totally. It's ridiculous.
Together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common.
That does assume that only one humanoid species can inhabit any planet.
Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Weird. Called it hot dogging. Hey, John, how you doing? What's shaking this evening? Pretty human-centric to think that any other sentient species from another planet would be humanoid with the same basic body shape configuration. Right, but it's also very human-centric to think like, oh yeah, obviously any given planet is only going to have one apex humanoid race, you know? Which is kind of crazy because we know that humans shared the planet with like Cro-Magnon basically until we like hunted and killed them to extinction. But it would be totally plausible for two different humanoids to like, you know, come up and like live, you know, in the same on the same planet. A lot better now than a meeting. How are you? Not bad. I'm also getting better on the mend. Magnum is humanoid. So that's we really evolved from Golga Frenchums. Right, I know Cro-Magnon was humanoid. That's what I'm saying. There was two different humanoid races that existed on Earth at the same time. So it's not insane to believe that other planets could have a dozen different humanoid races that all, you know, evolved alongside each other. So if there was a humanoid race that had to mate with a different species in order to just mate full stop, that could still exist just fine, right? Whereas she was like, think about it, that's impossible. Of course we have to be able to mate with ourselves, otherwise how could we have made it into space where other races existed? And it's like, well, that's an odd presupposition. Rejects from an advanced society that were sent to Earth to rid the planet of their uselessness. Ah, gotcha. The ones who built the pyramids. Are you sick? I was just hungry. yeah. For the last week or so, we've had COVID, so I've been recovering from that. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh my god. I was like, yeah, that word, it feels like it's like a thing, but I don't... Yeah, that makes sense. God damn. It's been a long time since I've read the Hitchhiker's Guide, although I think I've read it through probably 6 times, so yeah. There's a lot of little things that I probably don't remember, but I am a huge fan of Douglas Adams in general.
Maybe she wanted to meet.
Glad you're getting a little better. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe she passed away.
Yeah, I'm coming along. Still stuffed up, but
Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it.
I can't say I've ever heard the entire Futurama theme before.
Many Asari raised their children alone, particularly if the father.
Frenchum was a planet once home to the great circling poets of Arium. The descendants of these poets made up tales of impending doom about the planet. The tales varied. Some said it was going to crash into the sun, or the moon was going to crash into the planet. These tales allowed them to rid themselves of an entire useless third of the population. The story was that they would build 3 arc ships. Into A would go the leaders, scientists, and other achievers. The C would contain all the people who made things and did things, and B would have everyone else, like hairdressers and telephone sanitizers. Yeah. I do remember that part. I do remember this, specifically the telephone sanitizer aspect of that lore. Classic.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia?
She rarely spoke of her.
I thought you always...
It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by them. Many Asari raised their children alone, particularly if
you
the
Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Which game are you on? So, at the moment, I'm playing through Mass Effect Legendary. I'm also working on the Outer Worlds.
Our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone,
COVID-19 came out from dirty telephones, you never know.
union is a connection that transcends both time
Dirty
and
phones will
space.
get you.
Do you know?
Maybe she thought aligning. None of this makes any sense. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren. Maybe she
Any
thought.
chance she's
No,
in this?
not the Benezia I knew. But I hadn't spoken with my mother in many years.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright, I feel like I've exhausted every line of dialogue with her. Pilfered Sweet Roll. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Hey Jeff, how are you today? What is happening? Welcome in, one and all. What's shaking, Jeff? Jeff told me about you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Jeff, and I appreciate the raid sweet roll. Aw, let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. How goes? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that as well. I see you were also rocking a little Mass Effect this evening. Is it your first time through, or, they did? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Commander, do you have a minute?
What's up, my
I
dude?
always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I know this is in New York. I wouldn't talk down to you. Is that a Futurama reference? Lost count how many times I played. I love it so much. Nice, that's awesome. I haven't played through it in a very long time. So there's like a lot of stuff that feels basically new to me.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you.
They made Caden so hunky.
Been around as long as the Council.
I find he just doesn't have that much personality, you know?
Finally get out here, and the final frontier was already
The
set,
alien
and the residents don't even seem impressed
races are also interesting. The alien companions all have interesting things going on, even within that very interesting, like, species.
Well, you're a romantic.
Yeah, I'm a...
Did you sign on for the Dream, Malenko?
I'm a big fan of like, all the alien creatures, and then the humans, I'm just like, whatever.
Books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or
I recently obtained a Legendary Edition. Nice. But you once won't say it again. I won't share you with another man. Oh, Roxanne, yes, of course.
biotic acclimation and temperance training.
Won't share you with another boy.
I just want to do some good.
They gave him looks, not personality, pretty much.
Sorry.
Aiden were a spice, he'd be flour.
Protocol wasn't a big focus back in.
No, I was asking which Mass Effect of the trilogy you were playing. Yeah, so I'm on the first. I'm just a few sessions in, basically. This is like stream number 3. Made Dooley with personality over looks. I definitely really like that even the like non-human looking characters like Tali and Garrus are still attractive enough to be like romantic options, despite the fact that, you know, it's like their attractiveness mostly comes from their personalities, which I think is like very impressive. You know, it's hard to do that. Hard to get you really emotionally attached to any sort of NPC in games, I think. I see, I heard there's a hefty chunk of games. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, Legendary Edition was gifted to me by Dragon Snooze, who is another streamer and a player in one of my D&D campaigns, and I am, yeah, really excited about it. So, The Outer Worlds is the main game that I'm playing during the week at the moment, but one day a week I'm setting aside to play Mass Effect until I finish Outer Worlds, and then Mass Effect will become sort of like my main game, I think. Tyler looks very human-like. You're right, but you don't see her face at any point in the game, and despite that, you still are like, you know, like attracted to her. It's great. It's impressive. It's hard to do. Under the helmet.
Tell me about it.
Dragon's News is great peeps. Absolutely. Dragon's News is very good people.
Past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Jesus.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was down.
Lately, I've been streaming Pokemon Legends Arceus. I did the Mass Effect trilogy last year. Nice.
A little after the discovery of the Martian ruins.
Yeah, Arceus. I've heard good things about. It looks cool. I like the concept. I've seen very little of it. Just like a couple of friends were streaming it here and there. So I've seen like 2 streams of it or whatever. Chunks of a couple streams, I should say. I tend to try to keep at 2 games max for stream. Yeah, so like for a while when I was streaming, especially early on, I was actually streaming 5 different games because I've been streaming 5 days a week for most of the time that I've been streaming. And so for a little while I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play a different game on each of those days. So I was going like from one game to the next. They were totally different too. So like, you know, I was playing like you know, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on one day and like Sekiro on another, and you know, I just had like God of War on another day, Wind Waker on another, and it was kind of fun. It kept tons of variety, but it also was kind of like, Jesus, it's hard to remember the controls jumping from one game to the next each day. Best Pokemon game ever. Well, damn, that's a big statement.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out.
Jeff says hi, by the way.
We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then.
Best Pokemon game ever. I feel like 5 games at once would confuse the hell out of me. It did. I really like it better than the main series games. I hope the next generation main series game is based on this engine. I imagine it would be. It would be a missed opportunity not to do so, right? Reuse that engine. Get anxiety about never finishing one. I mean, eventually it happens.
Plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah.
You just gotta, you know, keep at it for a long time.
After dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard.
Kind of crazy. Getting exposed to like this wild chemical. Next thing you know, he's just like, yeah, that's just how it is. Now I'm a biotic.
Was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
Got a run, wanted to pop by and say hey while I was munching. Have a good one. Yeah, cheers. Always appreciate that. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. Sleep well, you know. Hope you enjoyed whatever you were munching on. What were you eating, out of curiosity?
I wanted to get to know you a little better. That's all. Thanks for the talk, Kaidan.
Well, you're welcome, ma'am. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
Oh. I didn't know that was going to be so flirtatious. I don't want to flirt with him too hard. I don't want to cut off Liara as being a romantic interest.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Leftover mix, Taco Bell and some fried chicken. Well, that sounds like quite a mix. Damn.
What's your opinion on the last
Big old variety of food.
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None.
Sonnet made us some
adventurous women.
We'll talk later, Kaidan.
Awesome dinner. Some fish, rice, some veggies. It was quite nice. I guess I'll head down. I might as well talk to everybody before I leave the ship. Nice if this elevator was a little faster, though. You had popcorn chicken tacos earlier? Wraps, more or less? Everybody having chicken for dinner. Taco Bell, Cannon, and Team Miner.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
Bet, Commander.
I like it.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question.
5 hours later.
There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
That's some small talk, eh? You just head downstairs, walk up to somebody. Why do you want to be an officer? Yo, Yagoki coming in here with a big old raid. How you doing tonight?
No backstab. Oh god.
Bone Mech, welcome to the stream.
I'm not here.
He's taking my resume.
Yep.
Did that do it? Nice. Never occurred to me to lure someone into the water.
Just jumped into the water.
I like it. Big brain strats. Hey, thank you for the cheer, Bone Mech. I appreciate that. Ms. Fifth, is that right? Welcome on in. Grove Raid. How y'all doing tonight? Hey, thank you for the follow, Bone Mech. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. What is happening? What were you playing tonight? Metroid Dread. Nice. How are you liking it? It looks quite good.
But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Sarah.
Thank you for the follow as well. Holy crap. Really appreciate that. Holy. The mighty raid. You're loving it? Awesome.
He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger.
Love it. The anonymous bit. Thank you. You're gonna get to see a bunch of my different alerts. I've got like 100 or so alerts for like subs and bits and stuff like that, just to keep some variety. Been great fun watching my kitten play Dread. Love the Moogle sound. Thank you. Yeah, the little Moogle. That particular Moogle and animation is from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Shave and a haircut. 2 bits. Thank you. Yeah, all of my alerts and the avatars at the bottom of the screen are all based off of the games that I have beaten on stream since I've started streaming. Also, a bunch of the avatars are my Stream Raiders skins. So from a little mini game that we play on stream most of the time. That's my fave. Similar to that sound though. Which one? What are you saying? Oh, 9. 9's your fave. Right. Yeah. Oh, the sound effect, the actual Moogle sound effect, wasn't from Brave Exvius actually. That was from Final Fantasy IX, and the animation of the little Moogle dancing was from Brave Exvius. The victory animation for the like Moogle unit. About halfway through, I think. Nice. And you're enjoying it then? You're loving it. Oh yes, nice, awesome. That's really good to hear. Yeah. When I watch people play it, the one thing I notice is that it looks a little bit like slippery, kind of. Like, I see people trying to do things like, you know, dash and slide and kind of keep the momentum, and it looks like really, really hard to kind of master the controls to where you're doing the actions that you want to do. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah. Hey, thank you for the bits as well, Dooley.
Gonna go in lurk mode as I get things cleaned up around tea house before bed. Nice meeting you. Hope to catch your stream again soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you again, Dooley, by the way, for that sub as well. I really appreciate all that, all the support. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Yeah, I haven't been streaming for the last week, but I'm gonna try and be back to my regular schedule, which looks something like this. Yeah, obviously if you're a user of Discord, especially if you're subscribed, feel free to join my Discord, and then you can use my sub emotes on all the different Discords that you're in. You know, it's sort of a win-win. Even if you don't have Twitch Prime, you're able to, or sorry, Discord Prime? Discord, the Prime version of Discord. Is it called Discord Prime? I don't know. Nitro. I'm a little tired. I'm still recovering from being super sick. Yeah, Nitro. Yeah, even if you don't have Nitro, if you're subscribed to people on Twitch, you're able to use their emotes on all Discords, which I think is kind of a cool feature they introduced. I haven't had a regular schedule. I stream from time to time. I just start a regular schedule one of these days. Yeah, totally. I mean, it depends though. Like, you know, for me, I created a schedule immediately right out of the gate when I very first started streaming, because I wanted to like really make a go of, you know, streaming, being a streamer, whatever that means. And so, yeah, I was streaming 5 days a week for quite a long time. Now I'm just doing 4 days a week. But yeah, I think that if you're specifically aiming to grow a channel, that is helpful for sure, having some kind of schedule. Used to stream Twitch Sings pretty much every night. May it rest in peace. Yeah, that's I did one Twitch Sings stream as some sort of special event for like maybe a stream anniversary or a birthday or something like that. And it was pretty fun, but most of the music on it is stuff that I don't really know. A lot of it was a little bit more sort of pop than I'm familiar with. I miss Twitch Sings. I was singing karaoke in Jammy stream last night. It was so fun. Nice. Yeah, there's a bit of slip to it. I've noticed getting a pixel jump is hard. Yeah, well, I mean, getting a pixel jump in any game is hard. That's like, that's not an easy thing to do. But, yeah, I don't know. I just, something about when I watch people play, there's something about maybe the controls or something just seem a little bit kind of hard to get the hang of or something. This is my COVID karaoke. Today was her birthday, by the way. Yeah, I gave her some nice birthday wishes in her in the Discord, but I haven't gotten to a chance to check and see you know, what her response was to it or whatever. I was doing bedtime with the little one during her stream. They head to the Trollolo song. Nice. Have a great night. Yeah, cheers, totally. Sleep well, one and all. You know, I should actually probably start
you were asked to be a Spectre.
Thinking about wrapping up myself.
Possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military.
Because
I could have received special training, but my father he despises the Spectres.
Now that Sonnet is going to sleep, like I stream in the same in our bedroom, so probably be better for me to, you know, start turning everything off, and maybe we'll take a quick peek at who all is online right now.
If you want to nail
oh, pardon me.
Someone who isn't restricted
Gosh,
by
sniffles.
And procedures.
Oh man, so many Elden Ring folks right now. It is crazy. Like it's yeah, Like Elden Ring, GTA 5, Elden Ring, Dead Cells, Elden Ring, Escape from Tarkov, Elden Ring. That's crazy. You were the only one that wasn't on my list. So many. Yeah. I mean, it's the thing. It's the big thing right now. The stream's super comfy. I look forward to catching you again. Yeah, cheers, Pilf. Let me try that again, but with some vowels. I appreciate that, Pilfered Sweet Roll. I will hopefully be back on soon, and yeah, huge thank you again to all the folks who raided me, and all the folks who stuck around after the raids, and for all the bits, all the follows, all the support, all the company. I really appreciate it, y'all. I think what we're gonna do is go and raid Tass Agent, who is a primarily Kaizo Mario streamer, but he's also in my D&D campaign. So next Sunday,
raid my butt, ha ha ha, funny.
Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. Raid my butt. Damn, 32 months. That's so crazy. Oh yeah. I'm avoiding spoilers. Gonna be playing it after I finish Dread. Give it a buffer. It's not right at the launch hype. Yeah, I gotcha. I could definitely see that. I need to crash my head against a pillow right soon. Have a great stream. Cheers, Bone Mech. Well, have an awesome night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate that. Yeah, sleep well. Yeah, Sky, I haven't been to any of your streams since you started playing Elden either. I've been leaving you on lurk. I don't want to get any of them spoils or see any gameplay ahead of time. So let's start the old raid here for Tass. Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Have you been having frame rate issues? Like, are you playing it on PC? Because a lot of people have been saying that there's like really bad frame rate issues. Yeah, so again, I should just reiterate, my next D&D stream is going to be on next Sunday. So 7 days from today. We are doing D&D session roughly every month or so. It's myself and 5 other streamers, so it's really hard to coordinate everyone's schedules. I'm both streaming the campaign and DMing it. We're playing through the Curse of Strahd campaign. For anyone who's familiar with D&D, they might be familiar. It's like a remake of Castle Ravenloft, which is an old module. And yeah, Tass is also a really great streamer. If you're familiar with the Text to Rocks channel point redeem that I have, he is actually the creator of that bot. And so if you have any kind of interest in the tech side of bots, he created a bot for his channel that does literally everything. Every alert, every effect, everything on his channel is done by one bot that he made. I would highly recommend checking him out. He's super entertaining. Also, I've got a raid message, and so if you want to copy paste one of those, you've got about 5 seconds before the raid fires off. Oh damn, I'm gonna have to check out that clip. Sleep well, stay hydrated, y'all. I'll catch you next time.